Hi, welcome. My name is Jessica Green. I am here to talk to you about time management today and some of the top tools and strategies that I use to help me be more organized, which then equates to more success and building closer to my goals. So, importance of time management and my top tool that I use for creating the best time management outcome for me and for my successful businesses, for my teams, and all of the above. So, first, have you ever heard the saying, I wish I had more time in my day? Have you ever said that yourself? I wish I had more time in the day. How about everyone has the same 24 hours in a day? How come some people are way more successful than others? It's true. We all do have the same 24 hours in a day, but I'm going to show you some hacks on being more successful with those 24 hours. Okay. Do you ever feel rushed or frazzled, unorganized, unprepared? All that really comes down to not managing our time appropriately, not preparing. There is a saying, if you fail to plan, you'll plan to fail. And we don't want to be that person, right? So let me talk to you a little bit about if you can get your time management under control, what will the outcome of that be? You'll be way more organized. You're going to be on time for things. How many of us show up late to events or appointments, and then we feel super frazzled, we feel out of control, we feel embarrassed, we don't get as much accomplished at that meeting or that appointment because we were late in the first place, and it kind of just ruined the whole thing. It's going to help you feel more accomplished, right? You're going to get way more things done in your day if you've managed your time appropriately. And the outcome of those things are going to be of greater value because you organized and planned ahead. More success, the more better organized you are with your time, the more success you will see. It is a proven fact. And just overall less frazzled. Do you ever feel like when you haven't managed your time appropriately, you didn't create the to-do list, you didn't plan out your schedule for the week, you didn't map out that calendar, that you feel completely overwhelmed and frazzled by it? Let me tell you what my number one go-to is. Now, I am a person who loves to train and teach on time management. So you'll see all kinds of things from me on goal setting and calendar mapping and tricks to create more hours in the day. But I'm going to talk to you about what just today, one top tool that I use to kind of filter everything through. So you might be saying, Jessica, I'm not the best at my calendar yet. I don't have a calendar. I don't even know if I should use a digital calendar anymore or a paper calendar. I'm terrible about making to-do lists. I start it, I stop it, I leave the list, whatever. Okay. So we have all these things. I'm going to help you with some of those things over the course of trainings that I do. You'll get to know a little bit more about my time management hacks and tricks and planning and pre-planning and staying organized. But I'm going to give you a filter to put things through. And this is not mine. I cannot take credit for it. It's by Stephen Covey, and it's been around for a long time. But if you've never heard of his 4-quadrant, the urgent, not urgent, important, not important quadrant, you can go and Google these images and come up with a ton of information on this. But if you put all of your things through this funnel, it will really help you determine tasks throughout your day. Even if you have the best mapped out calendar, you're going to have things come up in a given day that can take you completely off track, can take you completely out of your time management that you had down to a T. So this will be important when you're getting started, but it'll also be important when you have your calendar mastered and you think you have your day mastered, right? So here's the categories. If you can make a grid, right? Just make a line down the paper and a line across the paper, make a 4-quadrant grid. Okay. And at the top left, you're going to put urgent. At the top right, you're going to put not urgent. On the side in the top left, you're going to put important. And in the bottom left, put not important. So there's 4 quadrants: top left, top right, bottom left, bottom right. Okay. So when things are urgent and important, they go in that top left category. When they are urgent, when they are not urgent, but they're still important, they're going to be in the top right category. And really, that's where we should be living, is not urgent, but important. Those are the things we should be working on, okay, on a regular basis. And then on the bottom left, it's going to be not important, but urgent, and not important, not urgent. That's the last place we should be living, right? It's not important. It's not urgent. We tend to spend a lot of our time there, and that's where we waste time and have poor time management skills. Okay, so when you have something that you want to get scheduled, or let's say a phone call comes in or an email comes in and someone's trying to derail you off of your schedule, I want you to put it through these categories. Important and urgent is where we think we need to live. Okay, where we're actually living is not urgent, not important. And there's a happy medium here. So important and urgent are things that are crises, pressing problems that have to be dealt with right away, deadlines, with projects or things that are like time bound that have to be done by a specific time, or else meetings, preparations, kid calling from school, hey mom, come pick me up, I'm sick, right? And then there's the important, not urgent category. And this is where we should be spending most of our time. Okay. That's the place where we really want to be. Preparations, presentations, value clarifications, planning, right? Relationship building, true recreation, empowerment. Those are that's the place you really want to be staying, is in that zone. Then there is the not important but urgent. And you're thinking, well, if it's urgent, isn't it always important? No. Just because it's urgent, someone calls you and needs something from you does not mean it's important. They're just putting urgency on it. So interruptions, some phone calls, some mail, some reports, some meetings, many proximate pressing matters will seem urgent, but they're not really important. In many popular activities that we take part in, they seem urgent, but they aren't necessarily important on the scale. Then there is where a lot of us live, and that is not urgent, not important, trivial, busy work, things that we'd like to get done, but they're not really crucial to the overall getting to our goals, right? Accomplishing the to-do lists. And junk mail, definitely not something. Junk emails, going through time waster emails. Some phone calls that come in are not urgent. They are not important, but you want to have them, right? There's people you want to check in with, but they're not urgent or important phone calls. Lots of time wasters, escape activities like social media. Oh my goodness, is social media traps like TikToks and Reels and all those things. So not urgent, so not important. Now, maybe in your line of work, creating them and creating the content of them are in a more not urgent and important category, but scrolling through them, probably in that fourth category that's not urgent and not important. Now, before I make this too long, I want you to go to Google and search that out. If you didn't get a chance to make notes on all of this, search that out, find one of those quadrants, print it out, and everything that you think about putting in your daily to-do list, your task list, phone calls that come in, projects that come up, I want you to put it through this filter, and you are going to find yourself feeling a whole lot more accomplished, so much more successful at the task you're supposed to be getting done, because you're not getting sidetracked and derailed by things that are not important and not urgent. And you will question yourself when you start scrolling through that social media if you should really be spending the time doing that, right? So I hope you found some value in this, and I will see you soon on another time management, leadership, successful mindset type of training that I will do.